What is up, guys? Today we're gonna work on the BMW. Today we're gonna work on a battery issue, which is I'm thinking is coming from the alternator. And then the second thing is just the window regulator that's on the passenger door right there on this side. Because mine works, but the other side I got it working a couple months ago, but it stopped working. So I'm gonna check it out, see if the motor's good. And if it is, then see what else is. But if it's not, I'm gonna have to replace it. But let's get started. So to do that first, I'm gonna work on the alternator or on the battery issue. First thing right there, this is my emergency hood key, I guess I'll call it. For people that with the hood latch on this car, if it doesn't work, this is the emergency latch. No, so you guys want to know. So what I'm gonna do is, some people have told me that to test your alternator, if you don't know if it's good, which is right there, I'm gonna turn on the car and then disconnect the negative terminal from the battery and to see if the battery, if the alternator, if the car stays on with the battery disconnected with the negative terminal, then it's good. But if it doesn't, then the alternator doesn't work. So let's try that now. Okay, so now we're gonna turn on the car. So the next thing is we're gonna disconnect the negative terminal. So now that we have the car on, open up this, and what you're gonna have to do is, I'm gonna do this with one hand. Let me see you guys that. What you're gonna have to do is basically take the carpet and then remove the battery tray. And now you guys can see, there you go. So just take off this and then you get there. So I'm gonna remove this cable, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my tools from here, just under the trunk, my emergency toolkit. Close that down. We're gonna get the wrench, which is this one, I remember because we put tape on it. And then so negative, so I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. Not working anymore. It's like it's so managed to find, I don't know if you guys can see this, managed to find a 13. It was a 13, it fit. So by taking off, well, it works. Okay, that's scary. Well, now I know it's not the alternator. Because look, the battery is literally, the thing is, the thing is clearly disconnected, so the alternator is good. That's good. So I guess put this back. Be careful. So that checks off good. So now I need to see why my battery went short a couple of days ago. So next thing is the window, which is that I don't know if it's gonna work. Sure, that's good. That's good. Okay, that's good. Next thing is that thing over there. That I know how. Yeah. Anyways, okay. Got everything. I got this back on. So take all the tools and the toolkit. Well, first let's take the toolkit back there. Oh, actually, there we go. So that's that. Take these tools and just turn off the car. Okay, so now we're down to the window regulator. So to first take off, I need to take off this piece, which is, I'll show you guys in a little bit. This basically piece that's covering the screws. There's, I think, 3 screws on the door panel. This is a piece that I need to take off. So basically, I don't know if you guys can see. So right there, that's one of the 3 screws I need to take out. So next is, I believe, the right there and right there. So let's get that now. Don't mind the noise background. That's just, they're doing some construction nearby on the road the other way. I haven't done this. Okay. Got that. So now, I think literally just start. How about the other screws? Okay. This part. I think it literally just slides off like so. Comes, I think, at an angle. Oh. Just like that. Next thing, need to take the plastic piece. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh man, to re-tape it. Oh man, back to the window motor again. So this is what I'm after. I can't believe it went out again, but let's see now that, let's see if it works, if we can even hear the noise. Let's see. So if I turn on, oh, it doesn't have to be fully on. Let me get inside. Oh. Sorry guys. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, whoopsie. Wrong one. It's this one. No, it's not working. Okay. You can turn it off. Man. Okay. Now we know that. Oh. We're gonna put tape up here and then see, just because is it just as an emergency, so the window doesn't fall because the motor's not gonna be, so yeah. Anyways, we're gonna use duct tape. And we're not using gorillas, this is duct tape. We're using ducks instead of gorillas today. So let's do that now. I'm good at cutting this. Anyways. Oh, that wasn't really a good piece. Oh, we'll use it. I need to get a bigger. Oh, oh yeah. This should fit that much. I think we're good at this much. Okay. Now, I'm gonna take the bolt off and take the motor off and see what happens. So change of plans. I don't need to take off the whole motor. I don't need to take off these bolts. I remember when I did this the last time that I did what's called the motor. I just took this off with, there's 2 bolts in the, right here in the, between this side and this side. So just take, you don't have to take that. Yeah. I completely forgot. Sorry guys. Okay, that's tightening it. Whoops. Okay. Still, I'm going to have the tape on because nothing's going to be holding. Just have it there for safety, I guess. I remember I had to use a different one. But right now, I'll get this one on. Now, I'm going to go and look for this and this, but without this. So basically, just one of these, and then somehow manage to get it to this. Yep, I didn't end up finding the thing that I was looking for, so I'm just gonna, I managed to get this a little bit to fit to get it out. So I'm just gonna use this one because I tried looking everywhere for the specific fit, but I couldn't find it, so I decided to use this one instead, which is, it ended up working because I can still get it out. So see if that is that. Let's see if it moves. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the other side and try to. I'm gonna turn on the car a little bit and see if it works. Well, it's not the issue. So it works, but for some reason it's not. Cause you guys saw that it moved. It went forward. It went backwards. It went inside the car. So if I try to, sorry guys, but let me turn on the car a little bit and hold it. Okay, good news. It works, which is good, but then that means this part, which is the gear ratio part that rolls down the window, actually, there's probably something's wrong with it, or this is not getting enough power. Even though it looks fast, I don't know if it's giving enough power. So I think what I'm gonna do is had to take this off anyways. I didn't want to, but probably gonna have to. I was thinking that maybe the motor's already finally given out, but I have the feeling that the gear drive is either stuck or this is trying to get power and something like that. But oh man, it's gonna be okay. Let's take a break and then we'll come back to it. Okay, back from my break. This is what I'm gonna use. Okay, so basically I'm gonna use this, which is just a Phillips bit in here, because on the back side of this there's basically screws like this, or no, like this, basically the smaller. Ooh, dropped it. Like this, small but smaller on the back side, because there's a little plate on the back side of this. And I'll just use, I believe a 10 millimeter for this one and this one. So let's get to it. Basically, that you guys can see, basically, there's I think 4 bolts. There's basically a little like plate that covers this, that moves up to the point where I can just loosen up with my hand. That's number 3. Oh, it's getting hot. Now, time for the rest, which is, I believe, I don't know if I'm getting the bolt. Put one of those on so I can just, it doesn't interfere. Just stay on there because it keeps on falling down. Oh yeah, it's coming off. It's a hot day today. Very hot. Summer in Texas. Okay, so I got the 4 bolts. This is a plate that I was talking about. And it goes like this on the, like that. And you can see there's a little groove right here where this thing slides up and then down back. So that's what keeps it contained. So that's that. Put these bolts back on. Let me just try to what's called let's see. So okay, so I got the gear thing off, which is, I guess I can show you guys what. So this is the gear thing, the thing that moves. So from, that's where the motor goes in, which is basically that, and it spins this a little bit slower. So it's kind of like a gear thing, something like that. I forgot what it was called. Gear rack, I think. So here, so I'm gonna put these screws back. I'm just curious to see what would happen if I put this back on, if the thing moves, and if it does, then okay, let's try this one. We work. Just to see if this motor still works with the gear rack, or does the gear rack doesn't work. If it doesn't spin, then that's not good. But at least, let me dropped it. I dropped the screw. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. So I got the screw. I'm putting the screws in, and just to test. So let's see what happens when I turn the key and press the button. Now, as I'm looking at this, I'm a little bit concerned why. Okay, is that good? So let's see. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Okay. It's almost finished to work out. You guys can see that. I don't know. I don't think. Okay, basically, that's supposed to move. Hopefully it's that. Let's see. Good news and bad news. So the good news is the motor works. This even works. But when I was going through and testing and hearing it, it sounded a little bit slow. Not enough power. It doesn't sound like it had enough power to even move it up and down. And when I remember the last time when I did this kind of thing, the first time, I could hear it like very, very quiet. Not as loud, but a little bit enough to hear like it wants to try to move, but it never did. Or it moved. You could hear it like wanting to move, but it was struggling. So I think by not hearing it when I did it and when I took off the door panel earlier, and I didn't hear it squealing or whatever, that means that the motor is not good anymore. So for now, I'm gonna put this back on, test it again just to see maybe it works now. But if not, I'm gonna put it back together, and then after that, take it on the drive. So what I'm gonna just basically do is just put this back on, and then leave. The only thing I'm gonna leave out is the door panel, just so I can keep it like that for now. But next thing is putting this thing back on, which is a little bit difficult. I remember how difficult it was to put. So anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just put this thing back together as best as I can. After a long struggle, I managed to get the gear with the little, I don't know what it's called, the little mechanism for the window. I managed to get it in there, so now I'm gonna put these bolts. First, I think we can tighten up these 3 bolts first. To me, that was a little bit of a struggle, but I managed to get it. So that's good. That's tight. So now I don't want to take that off. Okay, so now put the plate. I'm gonna put the plate back on. So I don't remember it being this difficult. For me, everything is difficult when it's me. That's 1. 2. Happy that the alternator didn't turn off, or that the car didn't turn off. But that makes me to think, why else is the car sometimes taking battery away from the alternator or from the car? The battery, I don't know why the battery's still losing power just a little bit every once in a while. I have no idea why. You guys can comment down below and let me know what you guys think it could be, because it's not the alternator. Just let me know in the comments. Read them, see what it might be. And I probably don't even know what it is. That'd be nice if the window was working. That'd be a miracle. Because that's not really, you're not supposed to tighten it too much until you get all the other ones. This one. Let's get those. I'll be finished. Okay, guys, I finally got this all back together. So I'm gonna take off the tape and see if it works. And if it does, after that, we're done. So let's try it now. First one's off. I'm gonna get stuck with the tape. And the last one. Okay. Now let's try it now. I'm gonna go on the driver's side and test the motor and see if that goes down and up. Cross your fingers. Hopefully it works. worked. I don't know if you said it worked. Oh my goodness. It worked. Wow. I'm sure it probably just needs WD-40 around the rubber part and then clean this window. But it works. Wow. It works. I'm so happy that it works. Everything worked. The alternator is fine. And the window works. So I'm just gonna put this back on. Like, we're done. That was the main thing that I was gonna do today, was this, the window, and then the alternator. So, not bad. I was thinking it wasn't gonna work, but it did. And that's gonna be a wrap on today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.